tick, tick, boom. Who bringing the noise? Go baby, we bringing our toys. Separate men from the boys. Chopper be singing, she'll be on the voice. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we don't die out. Want it like this, ain't no timeouts. Tell me who really gon' find out.
Rowdy, we get rowdy, rowdy. Rowdy, we get rowdy, rowdy.
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go 8 going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
Tick, tick, boom.
Alright, so it's Sunday. We're on our way to the shop. I'm not going to be on camera very much today because it's about the grind today. And ain't much grinding I'm doing over
Sunday,
here.
fun day. Finna get some money. But most importantly, finna send these kids back to school Monday. Bars. Can I get my face in that camera? Talk to my barber community real quick. Talk to my up and coming barbers. I just got a message. Matter of fact, watch this. Just got a message right now from a barber. My guy Cam. That's crazy. He seen me bang. You know, they know I be grinding around here heavy with this barber stuff. But he just sent me a message saying, MJ, do you got any advice for an up and coming barber that's about to graduate? So, I got a lot of advice actually. And to be honest, I should charge for the game that I'm about to give.
Tell the people what you did yesterday, though, before you give them the game.
Oh, yesterday,
How many heads did you cut?
21 heads.
Started at what time?
1415 bucks on a Saturday. You say what?
What time did you start cutting yesterday?
I started cutting. I got there at
8?
About 8:15, 8:20. I usually go from 9 to 6. That's my regular schedule, but I had one of my guys, you know, who say, shit, bro, I'm my son's birthday. I need to get in, you know what I'm saying? So I say, shit, the schedule already booked. I can either put you before or after the schedule, you know, which is what I consider VIP, because I gotta come in early or I gotta stay late. So, of course, with it being his son's birthday, he chose to come in early. So I went in, I ended up getting there like 8:15, 8:20. I ended up leaving at like literally midnight. My last post was 12 o'clock on the dot, the last haircut. So we banged out for about 15 and a half hours straight. No breaks, no stopping, no sit down, no chill. You know what I'm saying? No, you know, none of that. Just straight 21 heads, back to back to back to back to back to back all day. Everything after 6 or 7 was VIP, so you know they was paying heavy. But yeah, you know, getting it in. But get my guy Cam, man. And this for Cam, this for all the up and coming barbers, man. And when I'm saying up and coming barbers, I'm not even talking about just a barber who getting out of barber school. I'm talking about a barber. This is like yesterday, one of the clients say, yeah, man, dog cut my hair. I let somebody cut one of my clients because I was busy or I think I was out of town or something. So I referred him to a guy. And he said, man, dog, you know, fuck me up. He ain't do nothing crazy or nothing. He ain't, you know, but he didn't do what the client wanted. He didn't do what the client asked for. He didn't pay attention to the detail of what the client wanted, and that's very important. So therefore, the client felt let down. And the barber been cutting for like 15 years, so the client even said it though, like, I hear you, you know, I understand you've been cutting for 50, like, but this is the first time cutting my hair. And that was a jewel. That's a very important part. When you're trying to build a clientele, if you know me or if you don't know me, I'm MJ Bradford, out here in Las Vegas, owner of MJ Bradford's 307 Barber Shop. And I'm not even gonna say humbly speaking, because I'm not feeling the humble part. You know? Like that's.
I think we're past that.
The real is ain't nobody around here fucking with me when it comes to this barber stuff. I'm not talking about what you do on the side. I'm not talking about how you live your life. I'm not talking about your family. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm talking about when it comes to being behind the chair and actually cutting hair all day or whatever. Loyal clientele, 60 to 80 heads a week on repeat for years. I mean, I've been out here 5 years. I had to go to school and all that, so I've been in my shop for 4 years. I've been doing 60 to 80 heads a week for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a barber, add that up, count that up, and you get what I'm saying. And so when it comes to that, actually being behind your chair, producing a quality cut, quality conversation, quality experience, which makes a client want to return, I ain't to be fucked with, man. It just is what it is, you know what I'm saying? That's not nothing against nobody. That's not throwing no shade. That's not, you know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking on what the reality is. And so, back to my guy Cam, who messaged me. I can give you some game, man. Of course I can give you some game for an up-and-coming barber, because I was an up-and-coming barber. I was somebody who moved to town not knowing nobody. Started in barber school, figured it out, you know what I'm saying? And when it comes to barbering, I'm successful, you know what I'm saying? My shop been open almost 5 years. We done weathered all the storms that's been through against us, and there's been some storms. There's been some heavy storms, but we weathered them. And I got a 12-chair shop, and we full. All my chairs full. That's something that's, you know, hard to do or whatever. And if you're a barber or a barbershop owner, you understand that part too. So, but yeah, Cam, when it comes to some advice, the real advice is this: it's more than being a barber, being a barber with clients on repeat, and you know, which adds up to you being a successful barber. It's about more than just a cut. You can have a super fire cut, like you could be the shit. You could blurry blends, all that stuff. But if your conversation ain't, you know what I'm saying, right, or your environment ain't right, or the way you operate ain't right, nobody's willing to sacrifice their safety. Like if you got a unsafe environment where you couldn't hear, they might come once or twice or whatever because you got a super fire cut, but they not finna keep coming up in there. They not finna, like, it's not gonna build. And in order to build a solid clientele to where you're booked and busy 5 days a week, or 6 or 7, however many days you choose to grind, you're booked and busy all those days, and you're in demand, like high demand, you have to cover all them bases. You have to have a safe environment. But you also have to have an environment where everybody's comfortable, from the kids to the grandmas to the, you know what I'm saying, to the street guys, to the college kids. Like, you gotta have a environment where it's balanced, where everybody feels welcome, everybody feels safe, everybody feel like they belong. That's very important. Then you put the fire cut with it. Boom, now you win it. Then you have a decent You know, you're a people person. You got to be a people person because you're in the business of servicing people. So you have to be one who understands people. You got to be one to communicate. You got to be one to hear the stories. You got to remember the stories. You know what I'm saying? You got to congratulate the graduates. You got to remember when you cutting dog up for his graduation. When he come in next time, how was that graduation, bro? I see you did your thing. You might have to go to their page and like it. Just to, you know what I'm saying? Because ultimately your clientele is what makes you successful. That's what brings the bread. That's what pays your bills. That's what provides you the finances to have vehicles, to have a nice place to live in, to move how you want to move, successful. You know what I'm saying? I say this, and again, everything I'm on, I ain't with no throwing no shade. I'm just with being honest. Going to a barber event, going to the barber competition, going to all these barber events these barbers be putting together, that's not gonna make you a successful barber. And again, I'm not knocking those who put them events together, but that's a waste of time for a barber who trying to get his life together, who trying to, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not finna get no clients out of there because it's all barbers. It's all barbers, and ultimately at the end of the day, we all in competition with each other because we all in the same industry. And it might not be direct competition like, yeah, I want you to, I want to be better than you, or I want more than you, or I don't want you to do good. No, it's enough for everybody to eat. That's clear. It's enough clients for everybody to eat. And I'm the type of guy, I want everybody. I love seeing people doing great. But going to hang out with a whole bunch of barbers and shake hands and, oh, bro, I see you and blah, blah, blah. That shit don't pay no bills, man. All they do is take bread because they charge you to get in. They trying to sell you everything. They trying to sell combs, brushes, enhancements. They got all these products they done whipped up. And that's a place where you go mingle, you know what I'm saying, see your fellow barbers and stuff, and network like with barbers. That's not where you gonna get no clientele. So going to compete and all that and be judged by a whole bunch of barbers, I went through that phase though. You know what I'm saying? I went through that phase when I first got out here to Las Vegas. I was in school. I was going to every competition. I was competing. I was doing all that. I was everywhere that's anything to do with barbers. I was there. And in the beginning, that could be part of the footwork of building your brand, building your name. But you're not going to get no clientele out of there. That's for sure. I never got a client out of there.
I think that from the outside looking in, because we weren't together when you were in barber school, but from all the stories and all the pictures and all the things that I've seen, I feel like every time I hear you tell somebody or give somebody the game, you always make it a point to explain your process while you were in barber school and the footwork and the pay cut, so to speak, that you took while you were in barber school, so, and like the stuff that you did. And that's important because... No,
that's very important because the thing is...
Because really, that's what got you here.
Yeah, so if you're building a brand, it all depends. Every barber is a brand. You're your own brand. You rent a booth at somebody's shop, that's your business. That booth, that area is your business. Now, that's your brand. That's you. When people sit in that chair, they might see everything else going on, but it's what's going on right there at that chair, at that station. That's your business. So, me personally, knowing that I was opening up a barbershop, knowing that I came to be a brand, knowing that I'm more than just your average barber, and my grind and my work ethic is more than the average. I started off, in school, I would wear my logo on my shirts and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I put my logo on everything. When I was able to get, some bread, I didn't go get my block or I got my barber piece, my logo that I drew up, you know what I'm saying? Like, MJ Bradford, Barber, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a brand. I'm a brand. So that's how I came at the game. And while I was in school, I knew that after school is on. Like, it's on. So while I was in school, you know, you making crumbs because you only getting, for one, you spending 8 hours of your day. You spending 40 hours a week in school. You're not really making no money in barber school because the barber school gets all the money for the haircuts. The clients can tip you, and most clients, because they come to the barber school, not saying they're cheap, because I still have, to this day, I still have clients that was with me from, you know, that was with me in school 5 years ago that still come to me today, and they pay the 50, 60, 70 bucks or whatever that I charge today. But back then, they was coming to the school, they paid the school 10 bucks, and then they might tip you $2, $4, $3, $5, maybe 10 here and there. But that don't really add up when you're doing 3-4 heads a day. You might leave, a good day leaving school was 18 bucks, 21 bucks. That's a decent little day at barber school. That's a decent little day in tips. But me, knowing that I was serious about it,
and as a grown man with real bills,
and yeah, you know what I'm saying, I'm pulling up to school in a BMW. I got a house, I got real shit going on. Plus I gotta pay this school $1,000 a month to be here, and I can't stop, because if I stop now, I'm not gonna get my license. So I gotta keep going. So what I would do is, man, I did everything from networking, like we go do the community events. I'm networking with them. In my own time, on my own day, I'm pulling back up to the church. They got the summer community program. It's 10, 12, 15 kids hanging out at the church all day long. You know, it's the summer camp or whatever. I'm going up there doing $10 cuts. I let the church know, yeah, Friday I'm pulling up. I'm doing $10 cuts for y'all. So throughout the week, the church will let the parents know, basically, drop $10 off with your kid on Friday, and we gonna get them haircuts. That was a blessing, because that's like the church is blessing the kid and the family, and it's me pulling up, blessing the kids for real, and leaving there with that 120 bucks after blessing 12 kids was a better day than just $18 or $21 at school. And then it got to the point where at school, I know my worth. Mind you, I'm a grown man, so I know my worth. So I'm starting to tell clients, once the school understood me and knew that everything was all love, I start charging the clients. Like, look, I can give you this, you know, if you're trying to give me $2 and $4, I'm gonna give you a school cut. You know what I'm saying? Because in school, you can't expect a super fire cut from a student. So I'm gonna give you the quick boop, 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 and get you up out of there. But if you give me 10 bucks, if you could tip me 10, I'll give you I'll show you what I could really do. And most clients, you know, for one, it's the first time them ever hearing that, so they be like, damn. All right, fuck it. And I explain, it still beats going to a barber shop and paying 30, 40, 50, 60 bucks. You pay the school 10, you pay me 10, that's still a $20 cut. And I'm gonna send you out of here fired. And they, you know, most clients will go for it. And then I bless them. Now that's on repeat. They come every week. Now they calling me, hey, you gonna be at school today? All right, I'm pull up around 2 o'clock, man. All right, cool, I'll be there. Now I'm doing 5, 6, 7, 8 heads a day in school, getting minimum of 10 off each cut. So I'm leaving with 80, 90, 100, $120 every day in school. So now I'm making some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's coming together to the point, and I'm all letting them know when I get out of here, I'm opening up a shop, you know, because they like, what you doing when you get out of here, you know? I'm opening up a shop. I'm about to open my own shop. Oh man, that's what's up, man. Make sure you let me know, man, because I'm gonna be coming through. And here we are 5 years later. I got at least 5 clients that still come to me from school from 5 years ago, and they pay the regular price, 50, 60, 70, 80 bucks. That I pulling up to the shop, man. We finna get it in. They are a real barber, man. The day is finally done. 49 heads one day. Day is over. Sunday, fun day. Monday.
What time is it?
Seatbelt ding, because I ain't got no more. Oh shit. No more energy to put it on.
But how many heads do you think you cut?
I like 10. Somewhere right up in there.
Probably would have cut more, but didn't you put a couple people in
Yeah, I gave a few away just to keep the shit flowing. I like to give clients away. I mean, I'm not giving them away, but I like to. Well, that's all art of again. You know, clientele, having clientele, accommodating clientele. That's also part of being a shop owner and having barbers, you know, under you that, you know, could use, you know, a haircut, somebody getting in a chair. So, you know, when I'm booked and busy and I got 3, 4, 5 clients sitting around waiting, you know, if it's gonna help me kind of catch up and accommodate the client and getting out of there quicker. I have one of the barbers that I see having maybe a slow day or whatever, have one of them cut them. That way it puts some money in the barber pocket, helps the client get out of there in, you know, decent time. They ain't gotta wait around. And it also helps me get caught up. So that's one of my strategies that I use when I'm, you know, like I say, when I'm booked and I, you know, got 3, 4, 5 clients sitting around waiting. So yeah, I did that a few times today, just to keep everything flowing. I could have been greedy and probably banged out about 13 of them. But again, so it ain't really all about that. It's more about what the client needs. They already had a busy weekend, you know, trying to get these kids ready and stuff. So then also, it does another thing too, you know, and you know, nothing against my barbers, because I got some dope ass barbers at the shop, but sometimes what it does is I'll put a client in another barber chair, and you know, they do their thing, but then they'll come back the next time like, yeah, bro, dog, you know, and nothing super bad. Ain't nobody really messed nobody up, but they'll then understand why I charge. A lot of times because I charge, you know, 50, 60, 70 type shit, but I'll be like, hey man, I can have dog cut you right now for the 35, because that's what the barbers, you know, the barbers charge 35, 40, 45. So I'll be like, hey, he can cut you for the 40 real quick. You save some bread and you can get out of here, you know. So it works out, it helps out, you know, but it also, most times, you know, sometimes it's cool, which I ain't tripping, but most times it helps the client understand who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, after they get cut
That you're him?
Another barber, they get it like, yeah, dog was straight and it was cool, but it wasn't that MJ cut. It just wasn't, you know what I'm saying? And Now they understand why I charge what I charge. They understand why it's a wait when you're dealing with me. They understand why I'm booked and busy. They get it, you know what I'm saying? And next time they're likely to be willing to wait however long it takes to get in the chair and pay whatever the price is and some extra just because they know I'm taking care of them. So there's many factors to the day of being a booked and busy barber and being a shop owner. Because like I said, a lot of that helps my barbers out. Because it sucks when you watching your team, you know, you watching everybody else cut heads all day, and you ain't making no money. Ain't nobody got in your chair. None of your clients hit you up. Nobody's DMing you. Nobody's texting you. But you look up, and the next barber, he got 4 people waiting on him, and he got one in the chair, and he up there laughing and talking and having a good time with his clients, and you know he charging good, so you know you watching him make a lot of, you just watching it like damn, and as they leave more coming in, you like damn. So if you just sitting there, that's kind of discouraging. And with my team, I ain't the type, I'm not a greedy type, and I'm, you know, I'm conscious of that. So I don't want nobody discouraged around me. I want, you know what I'm saying, I want all my team to win.